Thank you for tuning in to ACTV. I'm Adrian pitcher. Today we have a special pregame interview with the captains of our women's volleyball team. First up, we have co-captain Olivia Brooke. Olivia, you guys have started out with 4 of your 7 wins by 3 straight sets. What's the key to that success?
We just take every game at a time and we push ourselves. We set the bar really high this year, so every single game we try to reach a new milestone.
Okay, and you have a big match today against Alma as you play Hope tomorrow. What's going to be the key to keep momentum to go into that game?
We're just going to work hard and put together everything that we've used in practice the last couple weeks and hope for the best.
All right, thank you, Olivia. Good luck tonight. Next up, we're going to have co-captain Cassidine Reed. Cassidine, you've had 3 of your 4 games in the conference come out in wins. You are 3rd in the conference right now. What is the key to that hot start?
I just think communication and trusting our teammates, that's the big thing. We work hard in practice, so we just transfer that into games and we work even harder.
All right, and what can we watch for tonight against Alma, the big game before Hope?
Just a really great game with girls. Both teams are good. We're going to work hard. Hopefully we do come out on top. All we can say is that we hope for some great volleyball.
All right, thank you, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And that's your word from the co-captains of the Adrian College women's volleyball team. Match set to start 6:30. Be sure to stay tuned. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to the ACTV broadcast of women's volleyball. Tonight's action features the Alma Scots coming in at 6-4, 2-3 in the MIAA, good enough for 5th in the conference, and your Adrian College Bulldogs coming in at 7-5, 3-1. I'm Darian Pitcher alongside me, Tyler Simmons. Starting off, we will do the starters. First for the visiting Scots, number 2, Dakota Pilock, number 9, Madison Smith, number 11, Sasha Lakova, number 13, Dorothy Buning, number 14, Marissa Miller, and number 20, Katie Bush. And for the Bulldogs,
For the Bulldogs, number 3, Olivia Welch. Number 4, Cassadine Reed. Number 10, Mango Juban. Number 18, Sydney Martinez. Number 19, Marissa Dion. Number 28, Savannah Monui.
The Scots will be in their maroon uniforms, the Bulldogs, starting off on your right in the yellow. Head coach for the Bulldogs, David Kwan, and head coach for the Alma Scots, Alex Leja. Marisa Miller will start it off for the Scots. Her serves over the net, dug by Monette to Dion. Welch. Her attack goes out of bounds. The point's going to go to the Scots. Miller to serve again.
Oh.
The attack blocked. Soft lob shot over. It's going to find the floor. That's point number 2 for the Scots. Again, the senior Miller to serve for the Scots. Dug up by Welch for Dion. She serves up for Gibran. Dug nicely by the defense for the Scots. Another lob shot over the wall, and it finds the floor. Scots up 3-0.
Alma's getting off to a really fast start.
They find themselves leading 3-0 early in the first set. Serve goes long and out of bounds. That's a service ace, and the Bulldogs will take their first point of the evening. Sydney Martinez back to take the first serve for the Bulldogs. 5'10" senior out of Concord, Michigan. Her serve is dug up. They're going to call a double hit on the Scots. That's another point for the Bulldogs. They find themselves back in the game, 2-3.
Ooh.
The first kill of the evening is going to go to Dorothy Buning. Serving for the Scots, number 11, Sasha Lakova. Her serve dug up by Welch, set up for Dion. Welch sends it over. Dug out but can't be played by the Scots. Marissa Dion going back to serve. Bulldogs trailing 4-3. The serve's in play. Push finds the line. It's a great push shot from Madison Smith. She records her second kill of the night. It's going to send back Molly Lark to serve for the Scots. Dion serves up for Gibran. Gibran sends it over and tallies her first kill of the evening, something she will do often in this contest. Her 136th kill of the year, good enough for second in the MIAA. And she's back to serve, and the Bulldogs tally their 5th point to tie things up at 5 early in set number 1. Gibran serves it again, this time a little too long. It's a service error for Gibran. Service back to the Scots.
So far, really back and forth between the two so far in this match.
Dakota Pilock back to serve. The officials are now ready. The serve comes over from Pilak. Set up for Welch, who can't send it home. Long lobbing shot from Buning goes out of bounds. The Bulldogs get the point, and we're knotted at 6. Haley Mellon back to serve for the Bulldogs. Sends it over long. Set up on the good dig off the attack by Bush. It's a good kill from Buting, and the first long volley of the evening goes to the Scots as they jump out to a 7-6 lead in set number 1. Buting serves it. Jubran picks it out. It's a huge kill. Looked to be Sydney Martinez. Savannah Monette going back to serve for the Bulldogs. Junior from Westland, Michigan. Monette tosses it up. This serve dug out by Lark. Lakova on the attack. Defended nicely by the Bulldogs. Welch sends it over. Can't get it to go. They're setting up Lakova. Lakova over. Gibran digs it out. Over for Welch again. Great defense by the Scots. Trying to tap it over. The Bulldogs have it scouted out. Welch once more. She still can't get it to go. Another lob shot from the Scots. The Bulldogs caught on nicely. Going back and forth for another long volley. Bulldogs try a tip of their own. Monette set long. And finally, the Scots win another long one as Katie Bush sends it into the blocking wall and out of bounds. Scots lead it 8-7.
That was a really good volley by both teams right there.
Back to serve for the Scots. Jillian Young. Her serve was dug out by Gibran. And the Scots continue to roll 9-7. The serve is over. Gibran sets it up. Dion for Welch. Off the blockers and out of bounds. The Bulldogs tally the point. Subbing in for the Scots, Jackie Viscosil. And Olivia Welch back to serve. Sophomore from Vicksburg, Michigan. Her serve sent long. Dug out by Buning. The attack finds the floor just in front of Monette. The Scots with the kill. It looked like Sells was the recipient of that one. Miller back to serve again for the Scots. Welch digs it out. Setting up Martinez. Goes just long. Scots up to a 3-point lead. Welch digs up the serve. Setting up Gibran. And man, is she dangerous. She tallies another kill to give the service back to the Bulldogs. Sydney Martinez sends over the serve. Sets up for Reed, and Reed finds the floor. She tallies her first kill of the night. Bulldogs pull within 1. Martinez to serve once more. Miller setting up Smith. Deflected by the blockers. Comes down in play. It's a point for the Scots. Sasha Lakova back to serve. Her team leading 12-10. Low lining serve dug up by Welch. They set up Gibran. Nicely played by the Scots defense. Left-handed spike knocks over Monette. That was from Pelak. Blockers try to tip it over. Scots there to defend. They're trying to drop it in once more, and it's been working very nicely tonight, just getting it over the blockers for the Bulldogs. Sasha Lakova back to serve again. Low lining serve finds Welch. They set up Gibran. And she makes contact with the net. The point will go over to the Scots. Timeout Bulldogs, and with that timeout, we will take a break with them. We will be back as play resumes. And play is going to resume. The Bulldogs have found themselves in a hole, 14-10. Coach Kwan electing to use a timeout to try to get his team ready to go. Finish up set number 1 strong. Lakova sends it over. Welsh once more. Reed sends in a spike that goes up and over. Back to the Bulldogs. Dion trying to get a quick attack. Goes wide. Scots lead it 15-10. Lakova to serve. Dug up by Welch. Dion for Reed. Tries to send it down. Defended nicely by the Scots. A big block there from Reed. And that will get the service back to the Bulldogs. Substitution. Savannah Monette's going to come out. Janae White comes in. Marissa Dion set to serve. Her serve goes over. Set up for Smith. Blocked by Reed. Reed leads this team in blocks. That's her 68th of the season. Bulldogs trying to climb back in. They find themselves trailing by 3. Serve from Dion. Setting up Buning. Tipped and out of bounds. The point's going to go to the Scots. Kwan doesn't agree with the call. He's going to talk to the officials. But as usual, talking to the officials does no good. The call stays the same. Molly Luck back to serve for the Scots, who now lead 16-12, set number 1. Jubran digs up the serve. Dion setting up Jubran. Jubran, off-speed shot, finds the floor. Margot Jubran back to serve for the Bulldogs. Buning sends it over. Dug up by Jubran. Welsh with a lob shot. Comes back over. White couldn't quite get on top of it. She sends it long. Scots lead it 17-13. Looking to take set number 1 from the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have only lost 4 sets in conference, 3 of those coming to Calvin, who leads the MIAA, currently undefeated, tied with Hope for first in the conference. The other 2 trying. Other than that, they haven't really lost many sets in conference play. Scots are going to take another point. Quan to take another timeout. His Bulldogs trailing 18-13. We'll be back after the timeout. Bulldogs managed to side out there. They trail 14-18 after the timeout. Looking to rally back. Welch starts it off right with a kill. They're back within 3. Haley Mellon serving for the Bulldogs. First set, always the important one of the night. You want to set the tone for the match. Scots trying to lob it over the blockers again. They set up Jubran. And misplayed by Pelock. That'll give the Bulldogs another point. They're back within 2. And now the Scots will elect to take their timeout. Trying to not give up the rally and take the first set from the Bulldogs. Out of the Scots timeout, Bulldogs looking to continue their rally to take set number 1. They find themselves within 2, trailing 18-16. Mellon serves it over. They set up Sells. Can't get it going. Blockers really doing work for the Bulldogs. And they're climbing back in. They find themselves within one. Late in set number one, 18-17 now the score. The serve misplayed. White tried to send it back down. Dion setting up Martinez. Martinez sends it home. Bulldogs have knotted back up at 18.
Nice comeback by the Bulldogs.
Mellon starting the swing for the Bulldogs. Another lob shot defended by Welch. White tries to send it back. Martinez is there. And Welch can't quite get enough on it. The Scots lead 19-18. That will send Dorothy Buning back to serve for the Scots. Welch gives the Scots a taste of their own medicine, lobs it up over the blockers, and we're tied at 19. Savannah Monette will check back in to serve. (19-19) the score. The serve from Monette, played by the Scots. They're setting up Lakova. Monette sets it back up. Played over for Welch, and she uses another lob shot. Finds the floor. And Welch has 5 kills. Bulldogs match point. Timeout Scots late in set number 1. And we're back out of the Scots timeout. Set point for the Bulldogs. Monette to serve. Dug up by the Scots. Sells on the attack. It goes wide. Scots take the point, tie it up at 20. Jillian Young, the senior, to serve it up for the Scots. Skims across the net. Welch digs it out. Welch tries to kill. Defended nicely by the Scots. Welch for Gibran. Gibran sends it over. Misplayed and out of bounds. The Bulldogs take a 21-20 lead. Olivia Welch back to serve for the Bulldogs. They've clawed their way back in. They lead 21-20. Scott's struggling to return it. That's going to give Olivia Welch her first ace of the night. Bulldogs lead 22-20. Welch to serve again. She sends it over. Scott's looking to get it back together. Lob shot. Mellon went to the ground to get it. Put it over the net and just a tad too far outside. Gibran powers it home. No answer from the Scots. Co-captain Olivia Brook checks in to serve. 23-21 Bulldogs lead. She sends it over. Dug out by the Scots. Again, they lob it up over the blockers. They find it in bounds. Seems to be the Scots strategy, and it's paying off in set number 1. Bulldogs need to make the adjustment. As that seems to be the primary attack for the Bulldogs. Sasha Lakova serves it into the net. That's a service error for the Scots. 24-22 Bulldogs lead. Marissa Dion back to serve. The long attempt dug up by Welch. Gibran gets it. And she sends in the dagger. Records the kill. Bulldogs take set number 1, 25-22. It was a close one.
Yeah.
Took a Bulldog rally, but they've came all the way back, and they now lead the match 1-0 over the Scots. Brown with 6 kills, followed up closely by Olivia Welch, who tallied 5 kills and 1 ace for the Bulldogs. Leading the team in kills for the Scots, Madison Smith, followed by Dorothy Buning with 3. Set number 2 set to start in 2 minutes. We'll be back after this. And here we go, ready for set number 2. Bulldogs took the first one, 25-22. Olivia Welch ready to start up the second set. They started off right, getting the first point, and they keep Welch back to serve. Great work by the wall that was made up by Dion and Martinez, blocking the attack, giving the Bulldogs an early 2-0 lead. Well served, dug up by Lakova. Scots have to give it up without a real offensive threat. The attack goes out of bounds. The Scots take their first points of set number 2. Marissa Miller serves it up for the Scots. Great awareness by Martinez. She caught the Scots sleeping. She puts it away early.
Bulldogs looking really good here in the second set.
That's Olivia Bruck checks in to do the serving for the Bulldogs. They're really riding the momentum from the late half of set number 1, where they rallied back to take it if you're just now tuning in. That looked to be Lakova for the Scots. Lakova serves. Welch digs it out. Jubran sets it up. Mellon sets it over. Welch takes the return. They set up Jubran. She's blocked. Jubran again. This time angles it a little more to the right. She finds the floor for her 8th kill of the evening. Marissa Dion back to serve for the Bulldogs. Welch gets in the way of that big serve, keeping it alive. They set up Janae White, who hammers it home for her first kill. Bulldogs lead 5-2 in set number 2. Dion sends it over. Dug up by Lark. The Scots get a return. They set up Jubran. Tries to tip it over. Nice. And it finds the floor as the Scots can't recover. Bulldogs lead 6-2. Dion to serve again. Lark digs it out. Miller sets up Buning. Welch gets on the floor to dig it up to keep the volley alive. Welch, another dig. Jubran.
Nice volley.
Another kill. And she's quickly tallied 10 on the night. Bulldogs jumping on the Scots early in set number 2. 7-2 lead. And Madison Smith sends it wide. The point goes to the Bulldogs, and that will force a timeout for the Scots. Out of the timeout, Dion to serve. Bulldogs rallying early. Early attack sent on by Buning, but she hits the net.
Yep, some game notes right here so far. Alma leads the overall series with Adrian 63-27. I'll talk more after this volley. Yep. So, and has won 8 of the last 10 meetings against the Bulldogs. The Scots are 33-16 when facing Adrian on the road and haven't lost to Adrian since October 20th, 2007.
Definitely a huge game for both teams. A lot of motivation for the Bulldogs. Janae White will send it home for the Bulldogs to take a 10-3 lead in set number 2. And whenever a team has your number like that, it's always good to jump on them early,
yeah.
as the Bulldogs have. Margot Jubran to serve. That's a great attack there from Katie Bush. She gets the kill for the Scots. 10-4. Dakota Pelock back to serve for the Scots. Reed digs it out, gets it to Dion, who sets her up. She finds the back corner, and Reed gives the Bulldogs an 11-4 lead.
Adrian looking really good in the second set right here. Hopefully they keep their foot on the gas right here and keep it going.
Haley Mellon to serve. She gets it over, and she digs out the spike rather. They're gonna have to send it over. And it's blocked by Janae White. Bulldogs riding the momentum from the late rally. They haven't turned back since. They've jumped out to a commanding 12-4 lead in set number 2. They've already forced the Scots to take one timeout already. It's a great attack by Bush. She gets her 3rd kill of the evening. Back to serve for the Scots is Buning, dug up by Welch. They're going to get Dion there. Double contact. That serve goes wide right. Heads up play by Welch to let it go. Savannah Monette checks in for Janae White. Monette will go back to serve. A little life out of the Scots. Kendall Sells records the kill. As they cut into the deficit, they now trail 13-7. They will send back Jillian Young to serve. Jubran takes the serve. They set up Welch. Just a little too much on it. 13-8. The Young to serve once more. Dug up by Welch. Dion sets up Martinez. Great work at the net by both teams. Dion doing a lot to keep it alive. Another lob shot. Bulldogs have it this time. Welch tips it over. Scots send it on the second hit. Jubran gets it up. Dion sends it over on their second. Beautiful strategic move.
Yep.
And she finds the floor. If you're the Scots, that's the medicine you've been giving. You kind of got to look for it to come back.
Yeah.
If you play that shot yourself, you got to know how to defend it. Bulldogs take the point. Olivia Welch to serve. Her serve goes in. That's her second ace of the night. Beautifully placed ball just inside the line. Welch again. The Scots will dig it up this time. And the spike sent long. The Bulldogs take the point. Welch to continue to serve as they've now doubled up the Scots team set number 2. 18-6. Welch digs it out. Monette keeps it alive. Gibran sends it over. They keep the volley going. Monette there. They set up Welch. Welch sends it in. Another long volley. And this time goes by way of the Bulldogs as they take their first long volley of the evening.
Yep.
And they force another Scots timeout. Bulldogs having a way with them in this series. As you mentioned before, Tyler, it was lopsided.
Yep.
Bulldogs looking strong here in this one.
Yep. So it looks like in the last 10 meetings, the losing team has been swept only twice. They lost 3-1 4 times in the matches and went to 5 sets 4 times, including both matches last season. Alma is 3-1 when the teams have went into the 5th set in the last 10 meetings. They're 14-6 all time.
And the Bulldogs have one set under their belt. They're commanding set number 2. We might have rarity on our hands tonight.
Yep.
As the Bulldogs behind Olivia Welch and Margot Gibran are rolling. Welch sends it over to the Scots looking to return. Soft shot over the blockers. Off of Monette. A little too strong and it goes out of bounds. That'll give service back to the Scots. It's going to be Marisa Miller back to serve. Dug up by Monette. Martinez sets up Gibran. Blockers sends it right back up. Martinez trying to slam back another one. Defense is there. Great rebound by the Scots. Off the attack by Gibran. Another long volley. Gibran tries to end it, and she does. Her 11th kill of the evening.
Another nice volley for the Bulldogs right there. They've been doing that the whole game.
We've seen the first 2 long volleys go by way of the Scots. Bulldogs have taken the previous 2. Olivia Bruck comes in to serve. Bulldogs commanding 19-9 lead. Welch digs that one out. Gibran again. She elects to lighten up this time and tap it over. Welch gets it on the return. Dion Reed dug out by the Scots. Sending it over. Looks like it hit the antenna. Off the attack from Lakova. 20-9. Bulldogs. Bruck to serve again. Margot just enough hang time to get up and block that one down. Gets it over. Keep it alive. Monette for Dion. Reed tries to send it home and can't. Dion tries to send it back. It's blocked. Gibran. They got a hand on it this time. It was saved by the Scots. Miscommunication by the Bulldogs, and this one goes to Alma. Sasha Lakova back to serve. They need a rally. They find themselves down 20-10 after a very close fought set number 1. The Scots find themselves down big, but they're clawing back in. They now trail 20-11. Gibran, Dion to Reed. Kept alive and sent long from Dakota Pelak. Bulldogs have the serve, 21-11. The score in their favor. Marissa Dion back to serve. She has 1 kill on the evening. The Scots set up Smith, and Dion's going to have to bump it over. This time they set up Bush. Jubran for the Bulldogs. Off the blockers to the floor. 22-11 Bulldogs. Marissa Dion to serve again. And a big block. Looked like it was Gibran who teamed up with Reed. 23-11.
The Bulldogs aren't letting up in this one.
They started the set with a rally, and they've continued to roll.
Yes.
Commanding 12-point lead.
Oh.
As it goes off the blocker, hits the linesman. Nothing she could really do. It came in quick. However, the service goes to the Scots. Pelak. Gibran digs it out. They set up White. White sends it in. A Lark to save it. Welch digs it up. Dion for Reed. And it finds the floor. 24-12. Bulldogs leading it commandingly. We have set point for the Bulldogs. Gibran is going to get subbed out for Jessica Walters, who's going to look to put set 2 in the books. Walters tosses it up. Here's the serve. Dug out by the Scots. Pelak tries to send it home. Walsh and Reed with the block. Bulldogs take the first 2 sets of the evening. This one big, 25-12.
Okay. So in the 5th season of head coach for David Kwan for the Bulldogs, he's a record of 51-63 in the 4 full seasons he's been here. So he's looking to get his 52nd victory of the season, or for his career.
We mentioned sweeps, something of a rarity in the series. Only happened twice thus far. It looks to be 90 matches.
Oh, yes.
This is the 91st meeting, only 2 sweeps. And the Scots are in danger of one here tonight. Bulldogs found themselves in a battle in set number 1. They end up taking that one 25-22. Took a lot of work and it took a comeback.
Yeah.
But they mounted the comeback, took the lead, and they haven't looked back since. And we're back on the campus of Adrian College, Maryland Sport and Fitness Center, the site for this volleyball game. It's homecoming weekend here on the campus of Adrian College. The volleyball team looking to kick off festivities the right way as they lead the Scots 2-0 in this match. The Scots have all but dominated this series thus far, but tonight belongs to the Bulldogs. And this is the fashion they want to be in. They travel to Hope tomorrow. As we mentioned in the last broadcast, Hope, the defending Division III national champions. They are undefeated thus far this season, tied with Calvin for the MIAA lead. Closely behind are the Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is an important game for them to try and move up in the standings.
They need all the momentum they can get coming into Hope, and this looks to be the right way to go into that game. The first volley is a lengthy one. Welch digs it up, and it's finally ended by way of Sydney Martinez. And Sydney Martinez gets her third kill of the evening. Olivia Bruck back to serve for the Bulldogs. And she got a little too much of it. Sent it long. That's a service error for the Bulldogs. 1-1. Set number 3. Sasha Lakova back to serve for the Scots. Jubran digs it up. Dion sets it. Jubran for the spike. Scots control it. Miller can't get the attack to go. A little miscommunication, but the Scots recover. And they manage to find the floor. Lakova took a broken play and made something of it.
Yeah, another game note right here. Adrian's 4th in the MIA and team hitting percentage at 162. Alma is 7th with 144.
Welch digs it out. The point will go to the Scots, who've jumped out to a 3-1 lead. Set number 3 looking to stay alive as they try to avoid being swept. For only the third time by either team in 91 meetings, as Reed sends it home for the Bulldogs. Marissa Dion back to serve behind a 1-point deficit. Dug out by Lakova. Smith sends it over. Welch digs it up. Reed sends it wide. The blockers didn't get a tip on it, so the point will go to the Scots. Molly Lark to serve.
Yeah, the Scots haven't gave up yet in this match.
They are fighting despite the 2-set deficit and giving up the second by a large margin. As that spike sent way long. Margot Jubran back to serve. She has 12 kills. And she is in a close battle to lead the conference in that category. The Scots will take that point. The serve from Pelock. Out of bounds. That's a service error for the Scots. Haley Mellon back to serve. She was the person that served when the Bulldogs needed a rally late in set number 1. They find themselves trailing again, this time by 1 point. And the Scots can't handle it off the hand of Martinez. And the 1-point deficit erased. We're back knotted at 5. Mellon the serve, and she's going to tally the ace. the big wall stepping up. Janae White, Sydney Martinez.
That was a really good block by Adrian right up there by the net.
They have a big, tall presence, and it seems like the Scots are aware of it, as early they found a lot of success lobbing it over the blockers.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're getting to the point where they're trying to be more aggressive and send in the spikes, but the blockers are there doing what they do best. The Scots picked up the point on that volley. Georgia Miller to serve. Welch bumps it over the blockers. Lark Lakova blocked again. And Dion can't quite handle this one. We're tied at 7. Scots looking to rally to stay alive in set number 3. Welch digs it out. White tries to serve it over, blocked by the Scots. The attack goes out of bounds. The point goes to the Bulldogs. Savannah Monette to serve. Bulldogs lead 8-7. And they go back to tipping it over the net. The Scots tally the point.
Really soft touch on that one over the net, and the Bulldogs couldn't get that one.
Jillian Young to serve. Mellon digs it out. Dion sets up Welch. Returned by the Scots. They're going back to tipping it over. As their spikes have been unsuccessful. That one goes long. Gibran lets it go. Bulldogs 9-8 lead. Olivia Welch to serve. She has 2 aces so far. So they go with her 5 kills. Mellon can't quite handle the spike. This set, much like set number 1. Back and forth. That's a service error. Bulldogs lead 10-9. And the Scots find the floor to tie it up at 10.
This is nothing like the second set where the Bulldogs controlled throughout.
Sasha Lakova to serve for the Scots. We're knotted up at 10. Set number 3. Gibran will give the lead back to the Bulldogs. Her 13th kill on the night. Marissa Dion back to serve for the Bulldogs. Her serve looked like it might have been out of bounds. The Scots elect to play it. And they're going to hit it out of bounds. So the Bulldogs find themselves up 2. 12-10. Dion serves. Pelock sends it for Welch, who can't quite control it. Service goes back to the Scots. Welch digs up the serve. Jubran puts it home again. Her 14th kill. Bulldogs lead 13-11 as Jubran goes back to serve.
Yeah, that was really nice placement of the volleyball.
Her serve returned, and it gets as far as the blockers of Reed and White. The Bulldogs lead 14-11. Set number 3.
I think the Scots are starting to feel the pressure here.
DeBron again. Dug out by Lakova. Mellon over to White. White sends it over. Dug out by the Scots. Welch sets up Dion. Dion to White. The bump goes deep. And the Scots get it back over. DeBron, Dion, Welch. Pelock gets it over. White gets it back. And Reed tallies another block. The co-captain swinging the momentum in favor of the Bulldogs. 15-11 as we hit the back stretch of set number 3. Bulldogs looking for the 3rd sweep in series history. And the Scots kill the momentum as soon as it gets built up. Their deficit only 3. Dakota Pelock back to serve. Reed to Dion, back to Reed. Lark sends it up for Miller. It's blocked back. Good rebound by the Scots. Mellon gets an arm on it. Jubran over. Sent over by White. And that looked to be Bush sending it home for the Scots. The lead trimmed to 2, 15-13 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is really setting up to be a really good ending in this match.
Absolutely is. 15-14 now the score. The Scots still have the serve. And the Bulldogs tally a point. Haley Mellon back to serve, 16-14. Great attack there from Georgia Miller. Goes off the blocker, out of bounds. She keeps this one close, 16-15. And Georgia Miller to serve. Trying to keep the Scots in the match. Dion for Welch. Tips it into the blockers and out of bounds. 17-15, Bulldog lead.
I think we should also remind viewers, since we're getting towards the end of this match, that the next home match is October 4th against Albion at 6:30.
Mellon for Dion, setting up Welch. This time it's blocked. Jabron there with the rebound. She sends it over. Lark keeps it alive. Miller, Monette digs it out. Dion. Jabron tries to send it home. Dug out by Miller. Lakova finally puts away the long volley. 17-16 Scots. They are not going down without a fight.
That's true.
17-16. Bulldog lead. A left-handed serve from Jillian Young. Miss hit by Gibran. Dion keeps it alive, and Welch is able to get it over. Not very routine, but it worked. Dion gets it up. Martinez sends it out. A little too strong. And we're knotted at 17. We have drama in series number 3 after set number 2 was convincingly taken by the Bulldogs. This looking a little more like set number 1.
Yep.
This time, Welch hits it into the blockers and out. She's going to go back to serve after tallying her 6th kill to complement her 2 aces. 18-17 Bulldogs lead. Welch looking to get the rally started to end set number 3. Scots having nothing of it as they quickly answer to bring it back to 18-all. Marisa Miller back in to serve. And the serve goes out of bounds. Olivia Bruck back in to serve, co-captain for the Bulldogs. She's come in to serve a few times already in the match. Bruck to serve. And it's just a tad too far. 19-all, service back to the Scots.
See, the Scots have been in this position. They'd be able to tie the game, but they couldn't take the lead.
And they finally get over the hump as they record their first ace. And that one's going to Sasha Lekova.
I think it'll be really important to see how Adrian responds.
Lekova's serve dug up by Gibran, setting up Dion. Welsh can't get it to go on the attack. The Scott attack dug up by Welch. Gibran, and she finds the floor. 20-20. 15 outstanding kills by Gibran as she's carrying a huge workload for this Bulldog team. Dion to serve. Pelock dug up by Mellon. Gibran put in a tough situation. They rebound. Gibran again. And Janae White will tap it down. She gets her 3rd kill. 21-20 lead. We have a close one as we near the finish. Dion serve. Lekova digs it out. Miller sets up Miller. Gibran.
There.
And man, is she on tonight.
Oh, yes, she
Perfect
is.
placement in the corner. 22-20. Tyler, are we about to witness the 3rd sweep in the season, in the overall series?
That would be
91
pretty
meetings
remarkable. That would be pretty remarkable.
These fans don't know what they're in for as Reed puts it away, 23-20. And you can feel the sweep coming on. And so do the Scots. They call a timeout looking to stop the rally. We could have history here tonight on ACTV. This is action you don't want to miss. We'll be back after the timeout. And we're back. Closing in on set number 3, Bulldogs lead the match with 2-0. Dion to serve, 23-20 lead, looking for the third sweep in the overall series, which is 91 matches long. But the Scots are right there, not wanting to go down easy.
If the Bulldogs can win this, it'd be a nice start to the homecoming weekend for sure.
Absolutely. Molly Lark to serve. Jubran can't get the kill. Blocked, but they can't dig it up. Good work by Jubran and Reed to get up there. Couldn't get after it after they knocked it straight down on their side. 23-22. With an uneventful set number 2. 1 and 3 have been very, very eventful. They both came down to the wire. We have a double contact on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, costly one there on the Bulldogs. Let's see what the Scots could do with this one.
The Scots have came back, knotted up at 23. Jubran digs it out, gets it to Dion. Dion back to Jubran. Georgia Miller blocked by Reed, but dug up by Lakova. Jubran set up again, and Lark keeps it alive. Pelak sends it long, 24-23 Bulldogs. We now have set point coming up.
Yeah, too
for
much
the
on that
Bulldogs.
last one.
Jessica Walters is going to sub in. Let's see if she can take care of business for the Bulldogs.
We got a really good crowd here tonight to witness this.
Little miss hit, but the Scots keep it alive. And it's blocked. Georgia Miller dug up by Mellon. Reed tries to send it home and can't. White keeps it alive. Dion to Welch. And the Scots keep it going. Blockers send it down. And the point goes to the Scots.
Wow.
24-24 all, and what a great rally. Beautiful volley there as the Scots fight to stay alive. Dakota Pelak in to serve. 24 all, set number 3. Mellon digs it out. Dion to Welch, and Welch sends it home for the Bulldogs. 25-24. Bulldog lead. Haley Mellon back to serve. Georgia Miller, her attack gets blocked. Welch again. Lakova keeps it alive. Long shot from Pelak. White tries to end it. And she will. The Bulldogs record the third sweep in 91 meetings between the Scots and the Bulldogs. They advance to 4-1 in the MIAA. One game behind both Hope and Calvin in the MIAA series. Stay tuned as we will have an interview with David Kwan. For now, a post-game recap from Tyler Simmons.
Yes. So what a great victory here for the Bulldogs today. They won 3-0. That last set they won 26-24. It's a great start to the homecoming weekend here for Adrian College. They play a football game here tomorrow at 4 o'clock here at Docking Stadium. And then the next game, next opponent the Bulldogs play is tomorrow. They travel to Hope in Grand Rapids, Michigan. They play at 4 o'clock. And we're just waiting on this interview from Coach. All right, now we're going to go down for our post-game report with Coach David Kwan with Darien Pitcher.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with, we'll go game MVP, Margot Jubran. She tallied 14 kills. Great game, by the way, Margot. What does it mean to you to get a win this big coming into conference play?
Well, it's just another step for us getting to the MIA tournament, and we're just getting focused for tomorrow also. We got hope, so it's just we're building a lot of momentum, getting focused for tomorrow.
And what are you guys going to have to do to take care of hope?
Well, we just make adjustments during the game. We can watch film, and then once we play them, we got to make adjustments then and there.
All right, that was a great game, Margot. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Take care of business. And next up on ACTV, we're going to have head coach David Kwan. We're going to get his post-game reaction after a huge sweep against Alma. And now on ACTV, we're joined with head coach David Kwan. Coach Kwan, Alma's taken 8 of the last 10 meetings against you guys, kind of had your number. And tonight, convincingly, you guys took care of business. What did they do tonight that sets them apart from the past years?
Well, I think our players played really well. All week we've been working on some things on our side, defensively, specifically blocking, and I think blocking had a large part in this match. We've been getting kind of giving up points on the block, and we demonstrated tonight that we have that capability to set up a good block and play defense around a good block. So really proud of the girls doing that.
So tonight was the third sweep in 91 meetings. Huge momentum going into Hope. You guys are 4-1 in conference play. Huge matchup against Hope. What's it going to take down Hope?
Yeah, well, this is my 5th year, and this is my 2nd recruiting class that are seniors now. So they kind of know the drill, and they understand what's at stake. They understand the bar that we've had to raise over the last 4 years of their career here and to get to this point. So, we're at a point right now in our recruiting and in our work ethic day to day to take on some of the best in the country, and we're excited to see what we can put on the floor against Hope at Hope tomorrow.
Absolutely. This Bulldogs looking hot, coming in for 3rd place in the conference. They are now 4-1 in the conference, traveling to Hope tomorrow. Coach, good luck, and I hope you come away victorious.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you.
Back up to you, Tyler.
And that concludes our broadcast on Adrian College TV. We hope to see you back here tomorrow for our play-by-play and Darien Pitcher. My name is Tyler Simmons, saying so long.